is The Big Back Live, the podcast for dog lovers, which brings you the latest news from the canine world. Each episode we talk to different professionals from across the canine industry in Ireland, from pet shop owners to groomers, behaviour specialists and vets. We also chat with dog owners to find out more about the bonds that make a dog man's best friend. I'm your host, Dara Brock. I'm joined today, as always, by my two canine co-hosts, Bruno and Millie. And we're live on Facebook and YouTube for today's show. And because we're live, it means that you can interact and ask questions. Leave a comment under the video feed on Facebook or YouTube to take part. The last two episodes have focused all on the rise in dog tests in Ireland. And while we do 20 more shows on that, it's time for our favourite time of the year. It's time to start meeting participants in the Nose of Tralee. So let's get this show underway and let's get ready to meet our first guest. Sorry about that, folks, and once again another little technical issue. Thanks to my good pal Gabriel there for bringing that up. Let's start over. These things happen, don't they? It's that time of year again in Ireland when normally you'll be heading on down to the Roads of Tralee Festival. But you know what, sadly, this year due to COVID-19, that is all cancelled. But you know what, here at the Big Bark, we really don't care about that anywhere. Because the way better version, which is the Nose of Tralee, which is brought to you by Pet Service Ireland, that is still happening online. And this amazing competition, which is now in its 7th year, has really grown from where it all started. It has a major sponsor behind it this year of Tesco Ireland, and it has one mission, and that is to crown the cutest pet in Ireland as the Nose of Tralee. And from thousands of entrants across Ireland, it is down to the final 32. One for each county in Ireland. There's dogs, there's cats, and there is even a little pig. So let's take a look at who we have. We have representing our canine friends in the Banner County of Clare, there's Cobe. Way up north from the town that brought you Derry Girls, you've got Jack. In Galway, you've got Dexter. In the feline corner, you have, I'm trying to pronounce this right, but McFognan, I believe, representing Leitrim. And you have the wee Luther representing Donegal. And a little piggy, as I mentioned, named George Cooney, great our player there, representing Sligo. But today we are absolutely thrilled to feature the amazing Alfie from my home county of Limerick. Alfie is a Labrador cross with a Corgi, and we're delighted to welcome him and his human mammy Lindsay to the show right now. Lindsay, Alfie, welcome to the show. Lindsay, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad at all. So, Lindsay, I have to ask, Alfie is absolutely adorable. Tell me about Alfie there.
So Alfie, yeah, we're pretty sure he's a lab crossed with a corgi. We adopted him, you see. We haven't had him since he was a puppy. He is 7. He's almost about to turn 8 in September, and we've had him 2 years now. We got him from Kingdom Cat and Dog Rescue in Tralee, and that's why we decided then to enter him in the Nose of Tralee. We've never put him into a competition before, so we thought this would be fun for him. And they said that he was definitely a lab cross, and anytime he's been to the vet or anything like that since for his checkups and that, they're always like, oh, there's a bit of corgi in him, I'd say. So yeah, that's what we're going with, and he definitely has a very fluffy butt like a corgi.
Well, it's not a common breed, really, is it? A lab cross
No,
corgi.
no.
It's kind of like you kind of wonder how did that even happen. It's
I know.
it's a bit of a strange one.
And he
So,
has his own Instagram then, and there's hashtag Corgidor, and you'll find loads of dogs then that look like
oh
him.
wow,
There's a few of them, and they all follow each other. It's very good. They all look pretty similar.
awesome. I must actually look up that
Yeah.
hashtag because I love looking up. Like we used to do a competition on the page, or not even a competition, a quiz on the page on Instagram a good while back. We'll start doing again different crossbreeds that we got people to identify. So, well, now we have a corgi though.
Yeah, exactly.
So, tell me then, the Nose of Tralee. There is a lot that goes into this, and not just from Pet Sitters Ireland, but the competitor side too. Like, tell me, where have you been so far? What you've got up to throughout this adventure?
We've mainly been on Alfie's Instagram. So his Instagram before just had about a couple hundred followers, maybe about 200 followers. And it was something I set up just to not fill up my own feed with pictures of dogs, because not everyone wants to see dogs like all the time.
I do.
Yeah, I know, I do too, but not everybody does. So I set it up, and it's great because it's just an account that's following other dog accounts, and it's so much fun. But since we've gone into Nose of Tralee, his followers have almost doubled, following all the other contestants, and it's great crack seeing what they're up to every day. So I'm posting all the time his adventures and just different pictures of him constantly, and that's been the main bit. Other than that, we've been gotten on to so many family and friends and things like that, and the word is spreading, vote for Alfie, and got onto a few news outlets, and sure, he was in the Post, the Limerick Post then, and there was great excitement in the house yesterday when he was in the Post. That was brilliant. It's always like that, isn't it, when there's someone in the family in the paper.
And when it's the dog as well, it's probably better still.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, he's great, and he is happy out to pose for photos and things like that. He has no idea, sure, what's going on, but like he's happy out to have his photos taken or wear his sash, or I'd often put a bow tie on him and things like that. I suppose with COVID, we haven't been like out much around town and that, and we are actually just back from holidays. Today we had 2 weeks down around in Kerry. So we were in Scamp, the Kerry knows his territory for a bit, but he had loads of pictures on the beach and things like that. So there was loads of content for his Instagram to keep people interested and keep people voting in him.
Bit of rivalry there, or not going into another
I know.
Oh God.
Bit cheeky.
But sure, what can you do? We don't have any real beaches in Limerick. So.
No. That's one thing that the rescue said when we adopted him. They were like, I hope now you have somewhere to bring him swimming. He loves swimming, and it's his favourite thing to do.
Brilliant. Well, that answers one of the questions there I have for later on. So, what was his favourite thing to do? So, that's good. And here at the Big Park, we like to look at the amazing relationship between dogs and their humans. And it's clear, like, even from just watching it out with him now, like, you definitely have a special bond. What is it that makes Alfie so special to you?
Alfie even has a different relationship between either me and my husband. So, like, for me, it's definitely lots of cuddles, rubs, and things like that. He's much calmer with me. Whereas when Cian's around, it's all play, wrestling, rough play. Like, he'll still play with me, but with them, it's like tug of war and like real rough play. So, they're buddies, like they're best friends. Whereas I'm the mom, I suppose.
it's kind of like in my house too. Bruno and Millie, they both go like absolutely crazy with me, and like Bruno will be nearly pulling the arm off me with my girlfriend. And with Jen, it's just like he's so gentle with her and just
Yeah,
wants to
yeah,
he still
exactly.
thinks he's a massive dog, but he still thinks like that he can sit on a lap, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he doesn't get he's not a puppy anymore.
yeah.
And like you say that like you have that special bond. Have you was that an instant connection that you felt once you got Alfie, or did it take time to develop it?
It took time. So he was 5, almost 6 when we adopted him, and I suppose in his life he'd been through a few different homes between his original home and the rescue centre, whereas he would have been in different kind of like foster homes in his time that he was there. So it took him a good while to settle in. So so we've had him 2 years now, and even in the last year you can see his personality relaxing so much more that like he loves the rest of our family as well. He's gotten used to going to Cian's parents' house, gotten used to go to my parents' house, and he loves it, and goes to my mum's house every Sunday. And so no, it was something that we had to work on because he was a good bit more anxious at the start. He wouldn't sit like this for cuddles and stuff like that. He'd be kind of at arm's reach constantly, for rubs. He'd want the affection, but he didn't want to get too close. But no, that's all gone now.
There's no problem with that now. Anyway, you can
No.
see it.
No.
Okay, so I spoke to you a little bit before the show. We're going to do a little game here, and
Okay.
it's a game like that I like to call probably a little play off the TV show How I Met Your Mother. It's called Have You Met Alfie?
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you some quick fire questions here about Alfie, and you have to answer these as quickly as possible. So, okay, now the fact that you did adopt him, you might not know some of these, but what's Alfie's birthday?
Oh, the 9th of September. Oh, 2012.
Okay, and do you buy Alfie presents and a cake for his birthday?
Definitely, yeah.
You have a party?
Yeah.
Good. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, what is Alfie's favorite toy?
The rope. He loves playing the rope.
Okay. What's Alfie's favorite treat?
Dentist sticks. His favorite.
Dental sex. Wow.
Yeah.
That's an unusual one.
Yeah.
I suppose my two is like anything they can get their paws on, really. But
oh yeah, well he loves milk as well, but dentist sticks are his proper treat.
Okay, where is Alfie's favorite place for a walk?
The beach.
The beach. That's somewhere I've got used to now recently. I must try and do that. Okay, so what is the most embarrassing thing Alfie has ever done?
Oh, one time his granddad was walking him and he took a poop outside the Garda station, and he'd already done a poop before, so his granddad didn't have any poop bags left. So he took a poop outside the Garda station, didn't pick it up. So that was pretty embarrassing.
It could be worse. It could be outside the dog warden's office. But...
Yeah.
Okay, how many of your clothing items has Alfie chewed up?
None. He doesn't do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the first I've heard of, like any sort of Labrador cross not doing that.
No, he'll steal socks, but he won't chew them up.
Bruno, will you please learn from that? Every morning I wake up and like there's holes in my different socks. So he only goes for dirty socks. He doesn't go for clean ones.
Oh no, Alfie goes for clean ones. Like he'll take them off the dryer and things like that. But no, he won't chew them up.
Okay, so what is your favorite thing about Alfie?
I love his smile. He's always smiling. Right now he's panting so much because it's so humid out today. But he has a great smile.
Okay, and what is your funniest memory of Alfie? Other than the poop incident.
Okay. Actually, one is very recent. Alfie barks at other dogs, okay? Not all the time, but a lot. And when we were staying in Kerry, we were staying in a dog-friendly hotel. So we'd eaten our dinner and stuff like that, and we went back to the room then and brought Alfie up, and he'd been having a bit of a nap. So he was pretty sleepy, sitting next to us on this kind of balcony thing. And then he looked over and saw a statue of a dog, but in his sleepy state, he didn't realize it was a statue and started barking. And everyone around him was laughing at him. So Kean and my husband walked him over to show him that it was a statue, and he came back and he looked really embarrassed with himself.
And Keane has just weighed in on Facebook there, and Keane says that he does like to destroy tennis balls as well.
Yeah, he does. But a friend of mine turned us on to the Kong tennis balls, and they're so much better. If you got a regular tennis ball now, it'd be gone in minutes. But the Kong tennis balls last him weeks, months.
Oh wow, must look into
Yeah,
those.
yeah,
Because
they're very
again,
good.
another thing that Bruno likes to chew up.
Yeah, yeah. Because if it was a regular tennis ball now, or a regular football or anything like that, he'd be through it straight away.
Okay, and what tricks can Alfie do? Is he any good at tricks?
Um, no, no. He doesn't have any special talents.
So, would you describe yourself then as one of those people who would randomly have a full blown conversation with Alfie as you're walking along the road with him?
Oh, I chat away with him, definitely, yeah. Especially when me and him are home on our own. Getting down. Probably getting too hot. Yeah, when we're home on our own, we definitely be chatting away to him all the time. He can't talk
I
back
think
to
you're
us though.
embarrassing him with all the stories you're telling there. Like, I think that's why you let.
Maybe.
And okay, so has Alfie ever stolen food while you were distracted?
Oh yeah. Do you know who's gotten that with now is Keaton's mum. We're having a barbecue. Just as the lockdown was kind of being lifted, family barbecue out the back, and she was trying to put some bones into a rubbish bag, and he just kind of came over on his step, so he was up higher with her, and just gently took one of them out of her hand before she realized what was happening. And we were like, Magella, you were totally giving it to him. And she's like, I wasn't. So yeah, he does. He steals stuff. Especially like that when there's a lot of people around and thinks he can get away with it more.
Wow. Yeah. Well, funny story about Bruno. He once stole a full roast chicken. Took the
Really?
bones, took everything. Yeah, he was only 6 months old at the time. It was our dinner. It was sitting on top of the counter, and we came back in and was like, "Where's the chicken gone?"
Oh God.
We're fairly sure he had an accomplice in Millie, but like she denies it to this day. So,
Probably.
and
Probably.
Mark Manning has commented there on Facebook, just commenting, complimenting your Instagram name, Al Pacino. That's a brilliant name.
Al Pacino. Yeah, Al Pacino. Little bit hard to pronounce if you actually try and pronounce it as Pacino, but yeah, it is. It's coming from Al Pacino.
Nice, nice. And okay, so let's move on a small bit there and tell me then, how do people vote for Alfie?
So if on Alfie's Instagram you see Mark Manning's comment there, it's Alf_Pupchino. There's a direct link on his Instagram. There is links on my Instagram, my Facebook, everything like that. I have it all over the place. But if you go on to noseoftralee.com, and there is an option there to vote for the finalists, and if you type in Limerick, Alfie will be there, and you can copy that link as well and share it to your own friends and family and stuff like that for them to vote for him.
Brilliant. And what's the closing day for voting?
The 25th of August.
25th of August. Okay.
Yeah, and you can vote every day. You can vote every 24 hours.
Brilliant.
So once you start voting, you have to keep voting.
Awesome. And if anyone wants to look at the bottom of the screen, I have the link just actually going across the bottom of the screen there now. So people probably can't click on that, but I'll put the link up on Facebook as well a bit later on for you. And tell me this, probably one of the most important questions. Why should people vote for Alfie?
I think Alfie's just so great. If he's going to be the nose of Tralee, that means his face is going to be everywhere, and he does have a brilliant smile. One of the big prizes is a photo shoot with Dave McCauley Photography. And so he's just so gorgeous. Of course, he'd fit in with that. But even though Alfie isn't that great with other dogs, he's really, really good with people. He loves to go around and meet people. He gets so excited, smiling at them away. So he's great to he's a great people person, great to represent the Nose of Tralee for the year.
Brilliant. And okay, I want you now to put in your final words here and your plea about why should just give it your all. Why should people vote for Alfie? Tell us how amazing he is, and just tell us everything. reasons to be. I'm putting you on
Oh
the spot
God.
here now, but
I know
you put Alfie on the spot a while ago, so
yeah. He's fantastic. He's great. He's such a good dog. We love him. Our whole family loves him. He's so funny with the stuff he gets up to as well. So you could just follow his Instagram anyway. You'd see all his smiling pictures all the time or his moody faces. He he's just so interesting the way as well. When he's out in his walks, he just follows his nose. He's barely even looking where he's going, and it makes him like jump at things like wheelie bins and things like that because he's not paying any attention to anything he's seeing, only his nose. And he's a really really friendly dog. And I
brilliant.
think as well it would be great if rescue dog won, a rescue dog crossbreed. I think that would be brilliant as well.
Fantastic. Okay. And that is fantastic. And Lindsay, we're going to leave it there for today.
Okay.
Lindsay, thanks so much to you and to Alfie for joining us on the Big Bark. A big
Good,
thanks
thanks
to the
for
crew
having
in
us on.
Pet Sitters. No problem. And a big thanks to the crew in Pet Sitters Ireland for running this amazing competition every year for the last 7 years. It's a wonderful competition. It's great to see how much it's grown. And it's great to see the support that it has as well. And if Alfie has your vote, be sure, like Lorraine Foley there, Lorraine says Alfie has her vote there. And if Alfie has your vote, be sure to follow the link, which is displaying on screen right now. Thanks to Keen there for putting that up underneath our comments on Facebook there. And be sure to follow the link. And we'll be back, I believe, either tomorrow or Monday. I need to confirm that to meet another entrant. We'll be meeting different entrants, but obviously, like I'm a Limerick man, like through and through. So like, I voted for my own county anyway. So.
Yeah. You can keep
Brilliant.
voting every day.
Awesome. And yeah, so a reminder, close the voting is the 25th of August. And from all of us here at the Big Bark, have a barking mad week. And